How's it going? So, wife went to a comedy show last evening. A popular comedian out here at the ends of the earth was making a few shows in our city, and so she was telling me about the show this morning earlier while we were chatting in the living room, and we started talking about political correctness and carried on a blather about how I feel that political correctness just is a Marxist wet dream. If you wanna be politically correct, if you wanna draw these lines of political correctness, and who draws them and where do they draw them, and being politically correct is like one of at least 360 other choices. I would recommend we judge correctness on the content of one's character rather than trying to find and identify a category for each individual to be slotted into. Political correctness just is really the ultimate form of segregation. So I think we should get rid of political correctness, and we get to see who the assholes really are, right? Political correctness, right? This fucking cloak that they hide behind, hey? Trying to pretend like we're all in this together, hey? That cape that they cover themselves with, charity, hey? Yeah. Political correctness is the ultimate form of segregation. But, like I said, being politically correct is just one of the many, many, many angles we have to choose for gauging correctness, right? Because I think deep down inside, we all know what's correct. Anything I'm going to rant on about with you here, right, is lost all of its punch, right? I hit that record button and it's just like a fucking guillotine through the neck of creativity. I just can't get past it. Never really have been able to. It's a fucking miracle. I have those tunes on SoundCloud there. I recorded them all myself, and it was a struggle to say the least. My arch enemy, the record button, was fucking fantastic. The way I was carrying on in my living room with wife this morning. Right? Like if my black magic rectangle is listening to me enough to show me fucking commercials for dog food, then I sure hope it's been paying attention and recording all of this. I feel it's an untapped fountain of wealth and prosperity. If Google's been listening, hey, at least somebody's been listening. Yeah, right, so chatting in the living room this morning, talking about the prospective future of our finances and what decisions we may encounter 10, 15, 20 years from now. Talking about her dad for a little while. My father-in-law. Talking about how all of these students that he took under his wing, so to speak, have all grown to become very wealthy, financially respected individuals. Including the man who tends to our shareholdings. Whereas he feels personally indebted to my father-in-law, the one who may step up and sit into his chair after this CEO, CFO, or whatever the fuck you call it, chief executive officer, well, whatever his title is. Once he's done with it, next guy's not going to feel any indebted gratitude towards anyone's father-in-law, right? Right, we don't have a fucking clue how any of this shit works. So we're just floating we're just floating in that financial pool like shark bait, really. Wife referred to these financial giants that grew from her father. She referred to his students as some kind of apostles, you know. Talked about how my father-in-law had no preconceived notion, and it was just out of the innocence of his heart that he would live. He would go on a jog with his students and blather what most would probably consider, you know, General Joe Public would consider to be crazy, you know. But these, what were like apostles, I guess, really took to heart and listened to what my father-in-law had to share. Like I said, he had no preconceived notion of what he was sharing. It was just his point of view, and his thoughts and his process, and you know, he was happy that somebody would go on a jog with him and entertain his blather, you know. Aren't we all just different measures of paintbrush between the fingers of the master craftsman? It's been many, many occasions that my wife has presented me with examples of similarity between her father and myself. I know who's been going on these walks with me through my forest for the past half dozen years. They're the ones that got goosebumps, piloerection, when I mentioned that my father-in-law's students were compared to something like apostles. Well, it's not the weekend yet. I gotta get back. Tend to some breakfast. A few lunch sandwiches. Son's got a kindergarten carnival going on this afternoon. Face painting, balloons, bouncy house, ice cream cake, you know. Anyways, that's what I got for now. Something about political correctness being the ultimate form of segregation, and I think the apostles' list for the next testament have already been chosen. It's not really up to me other than to continue to walk through the forest and allow myself to be accessible for them. Well, this guy's got a Christ complex. Yeah. So was that all just another bullshit fucking question too then? WWJD with your fucking bracelet? Huh? Hey? Right? What would Jesus do? What would he do? Or what did he do? What would you do? What the fuck are you gonna do? Huh? Christ complex? Is that supposed to make me sit down and be quiet or something? Hey? Isn't that the whole fucking point? Is it's in you, it's within you. Isn't that it? Hey? That Mormon quote everybody likes to reference, talking about how God used to be a man and we have the opportunity to someday be God. Right? Well, what's the fucking point in it anyways? What would Jesus do? Hey? You're allowed to go on the journey but never reach the destination? Is that it? You fucking hypocrites. Yeah. Christ complex. Christ got an ego. Walking around so fucking proud of yourself that you killed your ego. I have experienced my ego death, and so I'm going to make an Instagram channel dedicated to it. Is that it? Hey? I don't know. Whatever the case may be, my heart is good. And you know that. Hey, that's a reason why you hate my guts. Pardon me. Have a nice day.